Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Screamin' Pirate EDC post Blade Show. So let's start some things off with a little bit of consistency. For my coffee mug, I have the Coffee Head mug. This is from No Hours, made by Deneen Pottery. Obviously, love them. For my Hank, I have the incredible Balrog Hank from Renegade EDC. There will be a pop-up on screen right about here. He makes great work. Go check him out. And for my coin, I have, always going to be hard to see, the ProTech Challenge coin. Picked this bad boy up from Blade Show after talking to Cutting Edge Gear, Matt, over at ProTech. So very, very cool, guys. After that, really quick, stickers are $250 each. If you are interested, you can shoot me an email or a DM on Instagram. There should be a pop-up right about there. So, with that being said, guys, let's get this off the mat and let's get into it. So, for the video, guys, this might be a bit of a longer one. What I wanted to do is kind of just walk you through Blade Show with me and kind of my experiences, what happened, etc. So, got there on Thursday night and Thursday afternoon, got tickets for early bird, and then went and had dinner with somebody I know on Instagram. Shout out old man Bob Pancho. And then Friday, we got up early and in line at 6 a.m. for doors that open at 10 a.m. for early birds. And very first thing, walked in the doors. Immediately as I walked in, immediately to the right was the ProTech booth. So the first thing I picked up is my very first ProTech Malibu. This has, let me see if that camera is going to capture it. There you go. That abalone inlay. It's gorgeous. Yeah, guys, I get it now. It's very good. As you can see here, they serialize them. This action is honestly, well, as you can see, that's kind of incredible, guys. I think these were a bit more than a standard ProTech Malibu. I believe these were like 240-ish, but had to have one. Wanted a Malibu in the collection, and I could not pass up that abalone inlay, guys. I mean, that is just wow. So that was pickup number 1. So as soon as I left the ProTech booth, I beelined it for Jonathan McNee. If you have not watched the video, there will be a pop-up for my Mac 2 review. Well, at the show, he had a prototype of the Mac 2 3.5. Now, expect a first impressions of this knife very soon. I'll give you a little spoiler. I love it. So, these are, as you can see right there, these are hand ground by Jonathan McNee. They are still in 20 CV, but it is incredibly, incredibly thin behind the edge. The clip on the production model will be different. They'll be a little bit wider, have a bit more ramp, which will be good to get it in and out of the pocket. But otherwise, I have no complaints. Typically on the smaller one, people have a problem with putting their fingers on the lock bar, but look at all this space you have. You have all this real estate now. And there's your blade size, guys. I mean, it's incredible. I mean, absolutely incredible. The fit and finish, the quality that's going into this, guys. And the hand grounds were around $590. They want to do a stonewash machine ground for under $5. I can't express how good that is for this knife. I cannot. So let's tuck him away. After that, I actually went to the Demco booth because I wanted to pick up an 80 20.5. The line for the customs was around the corner from the booth. It was crazy. We were standing there for a bit, and then finally I was like, wait a minute, this can't be for 20.5s. So I had someone hold my spot. I walked around the corner, and yeah, there was a guy standing there waiting to just sell you some 20.5s. So very excited to have this and doing initial impressions on it, guys. These are Grivory handles. Some of them were serialized. But I got the Shark's Foot. Had to, guys. Wanted something different from my standard 80/20, and yeah, this really does it. So these are $150 at the show, $150 everywhere else on retailers. It's really good, guys. It is thin. It's a lot thinner than I thought it was going to be. But in a large glove, and just to tell you what large glove is, from here to here is 4 inches, and from here to here is just about 7.25. Give you a rough idea. It's good, guys. The AUS 10A I think is okay. The packaging these came with was over the top great. I wish you would have done, just so you guys know, a lesser packaging and a better steel, but I appreciate the presentation, and I mean, you're still getting the, amazing action and the shark lock. I mean, I can't complain too much. So really nice knife. I'm going to tuck him right there. So right after that, I ran over to the Hogue booth because they also had a Blade Show exclusive. They didn't have them in yet, so they put my name down and they got them in at noon that day. But guys, one of 36, I had to have the exclusive Deca. So this is milled CF. That is actually a tritium insert. So they had a orange and a yellow. I like the orange. Very nice. It is still in 20 CV, as you can see there, but absolutely gorgeous. Action is still, I mean, come on, guys, it's still a Hogue. So this will be in size comparisons now, because I know a lot of people like the bug out, but a lot of people also really like the Deca, and I think it's a good size comparison. Yeah, really happy to have this in the collection, guys. And so I'm going to put him there. So after that, I made a beeline for Koenig for the mini Arius, because they were doing lottos for it, lottos only. So you put your name in and you get a chance to buy if they draw your number. With that being said, they already had sold like half of what they brought. It was crazy, guys. But I went over there and I grabbed another Arius. So I have a red CF. This is a milled tie with bronzed hardware. Still very much, a Koenig. Very nice. You can do all the fun fidgety things. I'm terrible with middle finger flicking in Arius, guys. I apologize, especially on this angle with the camera. But very pretty knife. Because of something I picked up on day 2, which we'll get to, this might actually be sold or is going to sell purely because I got to recoup some funds, guys. Blade Show can get pricey. But yeah, very cool to grab another Arius. Obviously, I did not win a mini, or you would be seeing it first. So he's going to go right over here. After that, I was wandering the show a little bit, and I actually stumbled across the Les George booth. Talked to Les, and I said, hey, I know you had Tantos the VECP. Do you have any left? And he goes, actually, turned around and grabbed one out of his bag. I do. So there you go, guys. A VECP with a custom laser engraving on both sides. Tanto, two-tone. Incredibly smooth, because look how big that lock bar relief is. It's massive. Very cool knife. Very happy to own one. Once again, this one may be sold after a review, because I got to recoup those funds, guys. It was an expensive weekend. So he's going to go right over there. And so around that day, I was wandering around a bit, and I stumbled across, once again, the HEA booth. And I was talking to Sam and his business partner. I do apologize for forgetting his name. They had the new HEA elixirs. Now, I was asking Sam and was very pointed and said, hey, who's the OEM, man? I really got to know. They actually don't have one. They pull from multiple OEMs and pull them together, and whoever has the best, what they're looking for, that's what they use. I thought that was kind of cool. So here's the Elixir. Look at that milling pattern, guys. And then what I thought was super interesting is look at that lanyard tube in the backspacer, like kind of partly over there, partly here. Thought that was interesting. Also, those milling lines continue across the clip. Super cool, guys. So this is the Elixir. The Poison has the deeper lines in it. Yeah, it has a really solid action. It makes a really good sound acoustically. But yeah, look at that, guys. I actually really like the blade. I really like, it's nice and easy if you want to do a slow. Oh, come on. If you want to kind of wiggle it shut, you can, even with a blade that small. So, this was the final purchase of day one. So, after that, I only had like, a couple $100 left, guys. And I literally said, okay, that's it. I'm out. I'm done for the weekend. The rest of the weekend, I was going to be doing some wheeling and dealing and trying to spread the Screaming Pirate name. Well, the next day, I am talking to Brian and Daniel and Will over at Keenison Knives, and they said, hey, have you seen Brian Brown's booth? And as you guys know, I have a Jaeger M, the production. So he was literally like 2 tables behind them. So I just walked around the corner and said hello to Brian. Well, while I was over there, I saw he had some drivers he had made. And there you go, guys. This one's actually zirconium. So, yeah, this is going to be my new disassembly driver. It's absolutely gorgeous, and I really like it, and I'm so happy Brian brought something that people could actually, just grab off the table and buy. I thought that was super cool of him. So from there, I had somebody request that I check out Craig Brown, who was in the same room as Brian Brown and the Keenison guys. So I walk around, and I walk up to the table, and he has 8 Cortexes on the table. So a couple more Damascus, and that's not my thing. But then he had a few in Stonewash, and I picked it up, and I flipped it, and went, oh, damn, that's good. Instantly, I went, I have to have it. I'm selling the Arius so that I can have this. So Craig Brown was a machinist, guys. Do you see the micro touches here? So this is zirconium pivot. Here's where it gets crazy. So that's zirconium there as well, but this is the kicker. Let me flip this open. You might be able to see it. You might not, guys. Oh, come on. If you look right there, there's a cutout right there, which is incredibly hard to do. That flipper tab actually drops into it. Right. Just think about that for a second. That helps act as your over travel. Or not as your over travel, but your stop pin. I apologize, guys. It's insane. It's the craziest thing. And this blade is thin and light and small, and it still does. I have no words, guys. It's amazing. Yeah, these are wow. Wow. So I had to have it. One of these things is going just so I can keep this, because I had to have it in the collection, guys. I had to have it. So that happened. And then, but I will backtrack a little bit. We were at the Brian Brown booth, signed up for his lotto purely because he asked us. And so my wife and I signed up, and I went, that's fine. So we go over to the larger room of the 2. And we're walking around. I'm in the back far corner. Cell signal sucked. And my wife gets a text message. Not me, my wife. And it's from Brian Brown, telling her that she won the custom lotto. So I ran. And I picked up my very first full custom, guys. I'm in awe. So here, pivots are all zirconium. This rock texturing was hand done by Brian. Let me flip him open. This is the Mini Warthog number 6. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, you should. I say that, guys, because this knife won Brian Brown Best Tactical Folder of 2021 at Blade Show. I've talked to him about it. He jokingly said, I almost didn't give it back to you. I mean, guys, I bought it before it won it, but oh my God, guys, I can't get over this knife. It's honestly incredible. It blows my mind. So that was Blade Show in a nutshell for me, guys. So I'm actually going to have him out so you guys have a beautiful knife to look at while I talk. So Blade Show was great, guys. I did a lot of walking around, handing out stickers, talking to people. Hopefully I'm going to have a lot more knives sooner rather than later for the channel. And it was a great experience. Got a lot of swag. Going to hopefully have those in giveaways. Again, check out my Instagram. I did a little... that escalated quickly, and there's a lot, guys. There's a lot of swag. But it was a great weekend. Had dinner Saturday night with Israel over at Arcane Designs and the Kianson guys. And Old Man Bob Pancho, shout out. And it was great. It was kind of a surreal experience to have dinner with guys like that you can only dream of talking to online. So once again, guys, thank you for kind of walking through this journey with me at Blade. I will say, if you go, try to get a hotel close, if not in the same place, and wear comfy shoes. Feet are killing me, lots of walking. But this is my Blade Show Blade haul, as it were. Didn't want to bring in all the swag and, t-shirts and random stuff. But hopefully all of these will have at least a first impressions fairly soon. If you guys liked this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And go ahead and comment and subscribe. And I will catch you guys on the next one.